So about 2 weeks ago, my friend Emily had her 18th birthday party, and she invited me to go see the movie Us. I had never been to a horror movie in the theaters, and I have a reason for that. It's not because I'm scared. It's actually because the noise, like the loudness of movies, really bothers me. I don't know what it is, but that was the reason I hadn't seen it. And so I actually didn't plan on watching this movie, but she bought the tickets before I had any consent or answer. So we ended up seeing it, and I actually covered my ears the whole time because I'm a wimp, and also it was loud, and I actually loved the movie. It was really good, except for the part that it was loud, and I think in all my reviews, I'm probably going to talk about how loud it was, but I mean, that's just how it's going to be. I have some notes here. So, for people who don't know, Us is a movie that came out this year, and it's directed and written by Jordan Peele, who made the movie Get Out. And both of the movies are horror movies, and I think Get Out's more psychological. I actually haven't seen it, so I do need to do that. But this one's definitely. I think I heard that it was better. I don't really know myself, but to me, it was very unique and it was extremely cool seeing it in the theater. Like, um, I I was just floored because it was so fun to watch this movie. Um, so the movie experience was really cool. We actually ordered food in the middle of the movie, and so there's a part in the movie right after the scene with the car. If you have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Um, where something happens, and I actually left during that scene, so I have no idea what happened afterward. And when I came back, the finale was already happening, so that was kind of disappointing. So I did miss that part, but other than that, it was a really fun movie experience. There wasn't many people there, and my mom had said that movie theater reactions were cool because people are reacting to movies with you and like screaming when there's jump scares, and there was only laughing at the comedy parts, but I guess it wasn't scary enough for people to be screaming along, or it was just a tough movie audience. I don't really know. But my overall thoughts and opinions on this movie, uh, confusing. Uh, because there was a few times where they explained what was going on, and I was kind of lost, and I don't know if it was just me, but I ended up looking up what was really going on like afterwards because I was kind of confused, which is funny because I had seen Hereditary before this, and everybody told me that the ending was super confusing and they had no idea what was going on, but I didn't get Us, and everybody else did, so maybe I'm confused. I don't know. The pros of this movie is the acting. Wow. I I was blown away by Lupita Nyong'o. I think that was her name. She played Adelaide Wilson. I think Wilson was last name, and she also played Red, which was her doppelganger in the movie because it's a movie about doppelgangers who attack their. I don't know what the opposite of doppelganger is, but yeah. So she actually had two characters, and everybody played two characters. And I really liked what she did because she definitely made both characters diverse enough from each other. Because Lupita Nyong'o Adelaide was really scared and frightened the whole movie, and Red was she talked like this, and she was very robotic, like she was very standing straight, she walked very like smoothly, and it was really really creepy. Um, I also loved the jump scares in this movie, and I don't care for jump scares in movies, which is why Hereditary was pretty great. There was only like one in that, but the jump scares in this movie were just fun. Like I didn't jump at all because I don't know, I'm not like that usually, but I was startled by some, and I felt it like in my chest. It was crazy. I can't remember any particular ones that were my favorite, but I can remember that my favorite doppelganger was probably hmm I don't I think it was the I'm trying to think of her name. Was it Shahadi? I can't remember. The little girl. I really liked her doppelganger. How it could run really fast, and the car scene with it, where they were like going around the car, and then she like went under the car, and then the other one was on top of the car. That was really cool, but I think they could have given that doppelganger more screen time because it was underutilized in my opinion. Um, and then there's a scene that nobody ever mentions in their reviews that I thought was incredible. The scene at the end, right before the finale, was Red was explaining how the tethered and the surface worked, and it would show scenes of the surface carnival happening, and then it would go underground and show scenes of what was happening on the ground. Like there's that one ride that goes in a circle. I don't know what it's called. And then underground, it was like a whole bunch of people in a room, and they were like spinning around in this room, and it was like very depressing to me, at least. And I thought that was just brilliant, and like it stuck in my mind after it because it was so cool. And then the finale fight, that was amazing. The music, I'm a huge music fan and like crazy for music and scores, and I listen to scores a lot. And this one's was so good. They did a remix of I Got Five on It that they played earlier in the movie, so it was really cool hearing it back. And but this time it was like string plucks, and it was just I don't know, it was just really really cool. And how Red fought with her scissors, kind of like fencing. Yeah, that was really cool. And I actually thought Adelaide was going to die. Um, I don't know why, but I guess Red dying was cool too because at the end, the tethered still gained control, or like did what they had to accomplish. And the scenes that they showed where like the bodies were in the street, I was like, this is just crazy. It was such a crazy movie. Um, Cons for this movie, I would say that well, I said earlier that the little girl's character was underutilized, and then I was kind of lost on Jack's character, the little boy, because the two versions of him, there was a scene that made me super confused. Lupita Nyong'o, or Adelaide, was there. This is a spoiler, by the way. Lupita Nyong'o was standing, and Jack was like walking backwards with his arms out, and he was making his doppelganger walk back into a fire, and Adelaide was screaming, like she was like no, at the doppelganger, which I was confused. I was like, wow, why doesn't she want him to go in the fire? And I was really confused about that. So if anyone wants to explain it to me, that would be great because I was lost. Um, Another con, I think. Uh, Honestly, I'm not sure. I don't really have any cons. This movie was just so good, and I think it was the fact that it was my first movie theater horror experience that I was like, oh my god, it was so good, you know? Like, the magic of it all. My favorite scene was when the doppelgangers of the White family got into their house and killed them really quickly. Uh, and the lady was crawling on the ground, and she was like, Ophelia, call the police. And then it was like, it played F the police, and it started playing all around the house, and then the little girl like goes with the golf club, and it was just that scene was so fun to watch. I think that was like the best scene in the movie. I don't know about anybody else. My least favorite scene, well, it didn't really have any least favorite scenes. I thought that they got to the action really fast in the movie. Like, they set up what they needed to set up, and then it was just crazy from it was like intense the whole time. So I thought that was incredible. And then yeah, that was, I don't know, it was just an amazing movie. I think I'd give it a 9.5 out of 10. I don't know if that's too high or anything, but I wanted to see the movie immediately after that, like, and then now I'm inspired to do reviews, so I'm going to start doing that. I think that this movie was one of the best movies I've actually ever seen, and it's funny to me because I usually watch movies that are PG-13 and under because I'm a wimp. But after I saw this, I was like, I want to watch all the R-rated horror movies, and then I definitely don't want to watch all the R-rated horror movies for sure, but I'm definitely going to be reviewing the ones that I've seen so far, and then new ones because I do want to see the new Pet Sematary in theaters, and I will definitely be reviewing that if I get the chance to see it in theaters. Even if I don't, when I do see it, I will definitely be reviewing it. So those were my thoughts on Us, and if you haven't seen this movie, I highly recommend it. It's definitely not. It's definitely bloody, but it's not like too bloody. Like, I wasn't like, cause blood kind of makes me like nervous. But this movie was totally amazing for that. So I think anybody who is questioning seeing it or hasn't seen it should definitely check it out. So yeah, that was my first horror movie experience. Definitely hope there's going to be way more from here, and I can't wait to go on this journey with my channel and see where it takes me. Bye!